What's going on, guys? Holding on, letting go, and do they think of me? This is probably the most common question I get during calls, sessions from my clients, anybody who's going through a breakup or any kind of like separation. So first things first, I'm just going to sort of roll down. So if you guys see this at the bottom of your screen, cell phone people, I'm sorry, 70,000 thoughts per day is what the average human experiences and thinks. And if they were intertwined with you for any kind of time, could have been, even 6 months, 4 months, short relationships, 10 years, the longer you're together, the longer or the more they're going to be intertwined with the thoughts and patterns and routines that they had with you. So anybody who's asking, do they think of me? What you're really asking is, do they think of me, and is it going to do anything? Is there going to be any kind of movement from their end? Are they going to come towards me? Are they going to try to close the gap? A very important thing that I do in my coaching is called closing the gap. This is what got me to a really high level in my business. You have your goal, right? And then you ask yourself, because people who are running around goalless, that have no goals, how are you going to achieve a goal if you don't take action towards that goal? Meaning, if you have, let's say, a weight loss goal, or maybe you have a relationship goal, you have to look at what actions can you take towards getting towards that goal. But goalless people who are gaming all day or smoking all day, drinking all day, watching TV all day, escaping from their life, you guys have to take action towards your goal to get that goal. You can't manifest something unless you take some action. There are people who are trying to close that gap or wondering when that gap will be closed. That's the gap, right? Let's just draw it out here. If this is where you want to be and this is where you're at now, how do you cross this gap? And here's the thing about this gap is it's got hurdles, holes, places to jump that you have to jump over, sorry. So how do you get there, right? It's just taking step by step by step getting towards the gap. So if you want to make $100,000 a year or 200 or 500, there is a gap in order to get to that. And usually the bigger the goal, the larger the gap, until you learn the fundamental skills to get to that goal. And then it's getting in front of the right audience or whatever it is, right? So when it comes to a relationship, you're wondering how are we going to, because when a relationship falls apart, women will often create distance. When they're not attracted to the idea of the relationship anymore or you, they create distance. So obviously we know that attraction equals close, right? Or closeness. And then when attraction falls, they create distance. When attraction goes up and when attraction goes down, it goes distance. Okay. So distance is where that gap gets created from. So how do you close that gap? Well, it obviously starts with no contact and letting go. See, when you have the longer that you're in a relationship for, let's draw it out here. That's your energy. And this is their energy. The longer that that you're together for, it's more like this, right? Your energies are intertwined. They're together. I know this sounds a little esoteric for some of you guys. However, it is true. You guys share the same routines, the same thoughts, and sometimes that can be negative or it can be very positive. It depends on the individual work being done by both people. I'll use myself as an example because I coach people. So I'm trying to constantly learn new things and learn new ways of thinking, read new books, etc. I have coaches and mentors myself and I learned from them. And then I instill some of that knowledge to my wife, and I'm going to do the same thing for my son. So when you do no contact, for example, you start to separate these two energies. So you, as an individual, are seeking their energy, and they are looking to get away. This is what happens every breakup. Someone wants to get away from the relationship and create distance. So the idea of holding on, letting go, and do they think of me? Of course they think of you because of this. They've been intertwined with your energy for so long. The way you think, the way you eat, the way you act, everything, right? Sleep, hearing you snore at night, these things. They were once with you for a long time, so they have an emotional connection to you. Now, depending on the severity of the relationship issues, it will depend on, that will greatly influence how long it will take for them to get back together with you. Because if there was physical abuse, emotional abuse, mental abuse, any kind of negative energy, right? Let's take a look at this. So any kind of negative energy, depending on the severity of it and how long it was going on for, maybe they realized, look, this has been going on for too long. I don't want to be part of this anymore. A lot of anger, fear, desire, like fear. So desire and fear is usually the biggest things coming from dumpies, people who got dumped by someone. And sometimes where I see a lot of dumpers is they were angry during the relationship. They're not really angry as much after. That what they will get mad about is when the person who they dumped starts working on themselves. They're like, why are you working on yourself now and not while we were together, right? Now, this is where it gets a little esoteric for you guys. I'm not going to try to force you guys to think a certain way. I just want you guys to take a different perspective because all of these things, if you look at this, raise your vibration. This is all just energy levels. And I want you guys to think about people that you know in your life that you've probably met people that are operating up here in the blue and the purple. They're happy people, productive, creative. They're getting shit done. Okay. Then there's people that are down here. And if you're down here in the bottom, don't beat yourself up for being there. There's a reason why you're there, because the lower that you get, the higher you can rise. Okay. You have to accept the darkness. You have to accept the lows in order to get to the highs and understand how that comes together. Overcoming obstacles. Don't beat yourself up for stuff that you could have changed a while ago. Just change now. Take action now. There's no point in waiting. Life is already temporary. Go and do big shit. Do stuff you love doing. Okay. So everyone has a specific frequency and vibration that share. And you're going to attract people and people are going to want to stay around you if you guys have similar vibrations and frequencies. And again, going back to this is why you don't see celebrities dating bums. You don't see high level people. You don't see, people in the purple dating people in the orange for too long, because people that are in the purple and in the blue, they self-reflect a lot. They question their reality a lot. They look at themselves a lot and they're like, okay, why am I with this person who clearly brings negativity to my life? They don't do that. They won't stay. Again, it's a vibrational mismatch. I talk about that and I've talked about that before. When you have low vibe, usually it attracts other low vibe people. If you're, that's why hanging around the wrong group can get you into some serious fucking trouble. You hang around the wrong people. Say you have a decent upbringing, but there's some stuff going on between dad and mom. They're arguing a lot, some negative energy there. Then you want to get out of the house. So you're like, fuck it. And then you go hang around the wrong people. You just get caught up in bullshit and doing stupid shit you never should have been doing, because you never really had someone in your life lead you and tell you, hey, this is the way. Do positive shit. Do shit that helps other people. The more you help other people, the more you get what you want. So everyone has a specific frequency and vibration. And the people that you are around and that are around you and the people you want to be around, if you think of someone, you're like, I love that person, you're most likely sharing the same vibration. And if they spend that similar amount of time with you, you guys are vibing, as they call it. In order to ascend, you have to be aware. You have to be aware of where you are. So this chart is a really good way of doing that. And it's something that we talk about in my program. It's called the Better Man Project. So look, I call it the 6 pillars: health, wealth, skills, mindset, social circle, and relationships. They all bleed into each other. But look, think about it. The better you are, let's just put a line right here. Okay. Because a relationship is going to be directly influenced by all of the other pillars easily. Okay. You have a great social circle of people. You are the direct reflection of the people you're hanging around with, right? So health, obviously health is obvious. You think better, you act better when you're healthy. Wealth, money, that's you helping other people. Skills and mindset. Skills, if you don't have any skills, if you want to learn how to make money online, for example, that's a skill. And then obviously mindset, when you get challenged by something, say you start making money online and then you get hit with some sort of obstacle. Then of course, if you have a shitty mindset, then you're going to have a real problem tackling adversity. So what I'm going to announce is, of course, we have a free Discord. It's in the description box and it's in the pinned comments. Better Man Project is my program. And look, there's a lot of you that don't even care about getting your ex back. You're just like, I want to be better. Relationships, money, attraction, that kind of stuff. You guys can ask me about that. Email list is also going to be down below. There's an old email list and then there's a new one. So I'm going to try to make sure that I delete the old one because it's just automatic on YouTube. It's just an automatic thing that you put there. So I have 2 books. One is called The Masculine Way. It's just a breakup book. The easy way to, it talks about like no contact and stuff like that. Okay. Short book, real easy. No fat, no bullshit. My other book is called Chasing Excellence. I ordered a copy. It's not here yet. It's called The Masculine Way, Chasing Excellence. It'll be down below in the description box, pinned comments as well. That will help you
it gives you an overview of really what the Better Man Project is about. So if you guys are interested in join at least join the email list. But you guys can always reach out to me on all my socials. They're there: Twitter, Instagram. You can email me. Everything's down below. But if you want to join the Better Man Project, the best way to do it is obviously click the link. But if you want to ask me questions about it, join the free Discord and just DM me there. All right. So it's going to be focused around these 6 pillars here. Okay. We're not trying to get X's back there. We're trying to, ascend and get better and get stronger. Right. And helping you guys understand all this shit, because this shit is what I've been observing over time. This isn't something I made up. This is something I look at relationships. I look at people who have successful relationships. Then I look at people who have shitty relationships, and I'm like, what are they doing differently? A good example of people who have the same vibe is when 2 people share the same thoughts and they finish each other's sentences, that kind of stuff. So here's the biggest issue with most people that are getting dumped right now: physical space, but not vibrational space. Now, again, esoteric. What does this mean? So physical space, yes, you guys have separated from each other. Even then, some of you guys are still dealing with your ex, still living with your ex, or maybe you're hanging around, maybe you have kids, right? And you're like, okay, I got to see this person regularly, but you haven't been given them vibrational space, which just means, so this is the law of divine oneness. So if you guys read the book, the 12 Laws of the Universe, which is again in the Better Man Project, you guys will have a link to that. The law of divine oneness just states that everything is connected. So, and here's a little bit of proof I will give you guys to that. Why is it that your ex or a girl, or I'm talking to the fellas here, a girl will call you, or even a lady, the guys will call you when you've moved on? Why do they always call you when you've moved on to another girl, or you actually embody and feel yourself getting over them, and then they fucking call you or text you? That's happened to me 3 separate times. Why does that? I've had countless of students that I've helped go from breakup to, getting better in life. Hey Kyle, guess who reached out to me, is what they always say. I say, gotta be the ex. And it's because those guys have started working on themselves and doing all this stuff, but they've given enough vibrational space. Again, I know it sounds kind of kooky. I get it. However, vibrational space is just you separating yourself from thinking about them and having that emotional connection to those thoughts. Like, I can't wait to get her back. I can't wait to let go to get her back. Fake letting go. I see that shit all the time. Fake letting go. Oh, I'm going to let her go so I can attract her back. It's all bullshit. Again, so physical space is not vibrational space. Physical space is physical space. 3D reality. Something I'm learning from Aaron, by the way. But vibrational space is when you embody the actual feeling of being okay with letting them go. I hope that makes sense. And that's what the Better Man Project is really all about. So when you're chasing, all the things about you that were positive are put on the back burner because all they see is needy, red. I'm just going to call it red and purple energy. Okay. So this is purple up here, unless I'm colorblind as fuck, but this is, and I know this is orange actually. Right. But I'm just going to say, yeah, you know what I'll just say? I'll say orange and purple. Okay. For the sake of just being simple. Purple energy is detached, living in the moment, purposeful, giving, loving energy, right? Orange is attached, needy, fearful energy. If you're fearful and you are this way, if you're an orange person, you're going to attract orange people. If you're a purple person, you're going to attract, actually, funny thing is, you're going to attract purple, blue, green, and orange. But who you stay with, I'd even say orange people can attract people above, but they won't. Here's the difference between both of those dynamics. They won't stay with you long term. They'll, say a purple person attracts an orange person. This is funny. That purple person will, again, like I said earlier, will go, why am I with you? Because people that are purple have self-esteem. So they'll say to themselves, shit, man, why am I with this person? All they do is piss me off or upset me. And an orange person might actually be intimidated by how a purple person or a blue person acts. This is when somebody who hasn't healed their trauma and their issues yet get into a relationship with a high quality woman. It scares them, and vice versa. Because I've seen a lot of women, for example, carry a lot of trauma too, and they'll get with a guy who's high quality, and she'll try to sabotage a relationship because deep down inside in here in her gut, she doesn't feel like she's worthy. So again, if you're chasing, all the good shit about you disappears because negative, needy orange energy is loud. Negativity is very loud.
So when the emotional dial is turned all the way up, they can't hear or see the good things, which is why no contact, physical and vibrational no contact is important. Okay? Because physical no contact, yes, you need to separate yourself in the 3D realm. Vibrational contact is the higher realms, as they say. As soon as you turn the emotional dial down, which is why in the beginning of a breakup, everything's so messy. It's so fucked. Things get said, things get done. They'll start dating other people just out of spite, that kind of stuff. When that emotional dial gets turned down, that's when reconnection can happen. Does it mean you should? No, sometimes not. But they can't see or hear good things about you while they're in this state because, again, negativity is very loud. It is hard to see somebody's good intentions, thoughts, feelings, behaviors when it's masked and it's got this wall of negativity in front of it. So they need the space to miss you. And you need to focus on your own energy and the things that you need. So this is where the idea of purpose comes in. So like I said earlier, goalless or purposeless people do dumb shit. Purposeless people are usually the ones that are doing things that they shouldn't be doing. Sometimes they're, escaping from life, maybe playing video games or drinking or drugs or whatever. There's a place for doing those things when you're, at a high vibration and you have good friends, having a cigar, having a couple of drinks with a friend. Like I do that kind of stuff. Okay. It's nothing wrong with that. If your balance is, so what it is the balance is off. If it's all negative, then you're going to have nothing going on in your life that's worth. So then what happens is you create this cycle of negative energy because if you do something bad once, and then you lose relationships over it, right? Say you do something bad, I don't know, you go to jail or something like that, and people break off from wanting to know you. Then a common thing is they'll go do more crime because they're like, well, you feel bad for doing it. So you're like, fuck it, I'm just going to go do it again anyway. Nobody cares. It's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy, okay? You convince yourself that you're a negative, bad person, so you go do negative, bad things. But a lot of people go and they escape from reality or try to escape from life because life sucks. So again, what they'll go do is create more things in life that suck instead of facing the fear and trying to create more positive things in their life. Sometimes you have to go outside of your family and your friends to experience this. And it's hard because you're like, okay, who do I talk to? Right. And that's not even where I would begin. I would begin with reading material, reading books, reading this book right here. Okay. This book right here added some serious light to my life. It's called the Sedona Method by Lester B. Levinson, but this particular one says by Dale Dwoskin. Okay, but anyway, it's really good. Okay, it talks about all of the, what is resistance? A lot of people have resistance, suppression and expression, and all that stuff. And I read that often. It's at my desk. I constantly read that book. But purpose is what makes or breaks a man. Now that purpose can be a negative purpose. It really could, but you can see a lot of positive energy behind certain things they're doing, which will get them that success. If they just tweaked the intention behind it, it would become a great thing. So it really depends on what you're doing, but purpose is really, really important to a man. If a man has no purpose, he is usually doing something he shouldn't be doing. He'll create problems instead of solving them. And that's our purpose as men, is to solve problems. Okay. I think that's what we're built for. So this brings me to the next point of extreme confidence. Now, what the idea of holding on and letting go and do they think of me is there is an energy behind what extreme confidence is. So what this means is extreme confidence means you're willing to let go of all the things that don't serve you. Okay? So if this isn't working for me, this family dynamic, my dad, my mom, and this is hard. I'm not saying this is easy. This is hard shit. My mom, my dad, my sisters, my brothers, all this stuff, it isn't working for me. It makes me sad, blah, blah, blah. Guys, confidence is being able to be completely okay on your own without validation and approval from other people. So when you guys are trying to get over your ex, right? Where would you guys say confident energy is? I'd say it's in the blue and the purple. So it's definitely not down here in the orange, because if it was, you'd see a lot of confident, shameful, angry people. But confidence is 100% in the purple.
Okay. These are the people that are detached from relationship. It's not that they don't love, they love, but they can do without the relationship, which is hard for people to connect because they're like, well, if I don't need the relationship, then why am I in it? Because I choose to. Like Neo in the Matrix. Because I choose to. Don't need it. I can survive without it. That's what extreme confidence will bring you guys. So it's just the idea of not needing. So you guys don't need your ex. When you ask the question of, do they think of me? Right? You're asking because you want to you want to bridge that gap that's been created. But really, again, like I said in the beginning, what you're really asking is, when are they going to do something or say something to me that I'm looking to hear? Because my perspective is, and fill in the blank. I was actually a good boyfriend, but maybe they didn't appreciate me, or whatever it is, right? There's a ton of things. There's like a list of probably 1,000 reasons why guys will come up with a reason why the ex-girlfriend should come back. Okay. But really, extreme confidence is the idea of not needing other people and their energy, right? Continue to work on you while seeing new people. Okay. So this is the end of the long string of thoughts here, but continue to work on you while seeing. So I had an idea for my Instagram, by the way, was taking screenshots of these, because Instagram's right down here in the bottom right corner, taking screenshots of these and putting them in like a carousel. So you guys can screenshot them and use them and just remind yourself. So if you guys would like that, let me know, but I'll probably do it anyway. But this is gold. This is what Better Man Project is all about. Continue to work on you while seeing new people. Now, learn the dynamics of men and women, relationships, why men do certain things, say certain things, act a certain way. Why do they do that? Let's say let's say you're dating somebody in that borderline personality disorder, and you choose to stay with this person. You have to ask yourself why you're doing that. Why are you doing that? When you know, or maybe you don't know. So maybe the first thing you need to do is educate yourself on why you're dating people that bring negativity to you. Because in my life, it's a zero drama zone, right? If the person is directly influenced, like say it's a friend and me and this person are, because sometimes some people have drama that's outside of their control. Let's say, for example, it was my wife's family, right? They have drama, and sometimes I might be involved in it indirectly, right? I might be in the same house while they argue, that kind of stuff. That stuff is kind of not really ever your fault, but direct influence by negativity or positivity, right? So what I would do is I would do an audit. Okay. I would do an audit of your life. And the first question I would ask is, what have you done to make somebody else's life better? That's a hard one. Most people say nothing. Because look, people are looking to, I want to get from the world so I can feel complete and then I can give to the world. It's got to be the other way around. But do an audit of your life and figure out who and what is bringing you positive energy and then negative. Now, I have people in my life that bring me negative and positive energy. And what you have to do with this is severely limit or extinguish entirely. So the reason I say limit is because if it's a family member or friend that matters to you, and they have some growth to do, then what you'll, limit it. I'm not saying cut it, because there are coaches and people out there that say, just cut it off. Bleh. It's like, bro, like, are you real? Are you a bot? So, but limit it. Positive energy needs to be doubled down. So if there's someone out there that you want to coach you, for example, this is what I wanted back in 2017. Right? I wanted a coach, a mentor, someone to just say, hey, let me take your hand and teach you this stuff, or show you, right? Now, I don't want to take anybody's hand and lead them, but I want them to walk the path, and I'll say, go here, do this, learn this, right? That's what Better Man Project is all about, is just doubling down on positive energy and using people who are already where you want to be, and asking them what they're doing every day to be better. When it comes to the whole holding on, letting go, no contact, do they think of me, etc. It's all about energy. It's why I talk about this stuff it's all energy. It's the way you act. Yes, they think of you. But what this whole video is about is, does it matter? Does it really matter? Or is it
what really matters about that? That's what I'm trying to point out to you and try to make you guys aware of. Yes, sure, they think of you, but are they trying to come back? Are they still silent? So if you guys are wondering more about that, click on the next video that pops up on your screen. And if you guys want a little bit more help directly, closely, join Better Man Project. Seriously. It's not that expensive. It's a yearly project. It's a yearly plan. And you guys can grow. And then I have a higher ticket mentorship / mastermind. But for beginners, Better Man Project is the way to go. I talk about, Money School and Better Man Project is kind of a separate Discord, but Money School's separate. We talk about making money online. We talk about relationships. We talk about everything. Okay. And I'm going to go into way deeper concepts for Money School, email marketing, branding, all that stuff. Next video, it's on your screen somewhere, and check out the description box for all of this stuff and the pinned comments. And if you guys have questions, reach out to me. Check out the next video.